but 10-15 years ago the marriage was कि भाई 25, 25, 28 तक हो जाता है. But nowadays there is a late marriage. But people are marrying because they are not getting good partners. Why? Because the criteria list is very big. They want everything. And I tell कि आपको 100% कभी नहीं मिलेगा. 60-70% मिलेगा तो you must, proceed. और रहते रहते you have to make 100%.
But Sima aunty, I have a bone to pick with you. You always ask the girls to adjust.
No.
Why should we adjust?
No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Adjust?
You're wrong. In season 1, in episode 4, I tell Vyasar also कि even you have to adjust. Why only girls? Why only girls? दोनों को adjust करना है. How can I do this partiality? कि एक करे adjust और एक नहीं करे. This is impossible.
We saw what you did with Aparna. Aparna said she doesn't want a funny boy, but you're shoving a funny boy on her.
No, nothing, not like this. Both have to adjust. I have told for a beautiful, happy married life, little compromise, little adjustment, little flexibility, and give and take. This is very important. But about that, one thing जो किसी में नहीं है आज, patience. Patience is very important. अगर patience नहीं रहेगा तो you will not get a good happy married life. In every field, in your work, in everywhere, patience, थोड़ा बहुत patience तो होना ही चाहिए. Then only your life will be smooth and happy.
Ravinder, what do you think? Going by what Sima aunty is saying, patience, compromise, और क्या है Sima aunty?
Give and take.
Give and take, everything but romance.
And appreciating each other's strength. That is very important.
Appreciating each other's strengths, everything but romance.
But I'll not tell compromise because compromise you all are not liking. So I have switched on to adjustment. Adjustment you all are happy. You are happy, हाँ adjustment कर लेंगे. But compromise क्यों करें हम लोग? ठीक है, drop करो, adjustment करो, not compromise.
मुझे 2 मिनट में ऐसा लगा कि मैं नीचे जाके बैठ जाता हूँ, आप तीनों संभाल लेंगे. So backstage, where we were, I had just come and I'm having coffee. और सीमा जी का फोन आया और congratulations, मैंने देखते सार पता कर लिया था कि ये इनकी जोड़ी बैठ जाएगी. Like the धंधा is going amazing.
No धंधा.
No, it's a
just एक खुशखबरी आई कि एक रिश्ता भी हुआ है 15 मिनट पहले.
It's a great deal.
Just 15 minutes before.
तो I was wondering कि सीमा जी हम लोग स्टेज पे जा रहे हैं या ये मैरिज क्लोज करनी है इनको यहाँ पे. That's a great thing. But I think where I am coming from is when she herself said कि marriages late हो रही हैं. The reason is because marriages are also becoming hurdles. इसकी वजह से लोग उसको push कर रहे हैं कि पहले मेरी priority क्या है. I want to set up my life, my profession, blah, blah, blah. And I do believe strongly that marriage is a dying institution. My prediction, and I'm very research oriented, when I got this topic from India Today, I ran a poll on my Instagram account. These are young Indians, age group, and I'm going by the insights. The age group is 24 to 35. This is the whole age. I asked, is marriage a dying institution? Yes, no, can't say. Yes was 50% and can't say was 25%. So for my poll, and I'm just giving this data, and this is just the people who follow me. My data may be incorrect. If Seema ji does a poll, the kind of people who follow her, maybe the data will be different. But these are like thousands of people participating in that. That gives me a pulse of, where the youngsters are going. And the concerns and the reason, कि क्यों. So I believe in the fact कि मुझे लगता है कि आज से 30 साल के बाद शायद शादियां Tier 3 towns में रह जाएंगी. यहाँ पे divorces के rate इतने high हो चुके होंगे. Romance हो गए हैं. And it's because as a society, we are also changing our mindset towards divorce. For a lot many people, divorce is a freedom.
We're a lot more accepting.
For a lot many people, staying in a bad marriage is regressive and divorce is a progressive thing. For a lot many people, learning lessons from somebody else, and then because those people will say, क्यों करनी है शादी? Let's go for live-in. एक pilot project करते हैं, फिर देखते हैं कि फिर क्या करना है. So which is why marriages are being pushed. Something which is in great demand will never get pushed, but accepted. So profession is getting accepted कि नहीं मुझे शादी नहीं करनी है. मैं लड़की हूँ, लेकिन मुझे अपना career बनाना है. That is getting attraction.
I think that's also because Seema aunty, किसी को मतलब you ask them anyone compromise से आपने replace कर दिया adjustment के साथ. I don't think anyone's okay with adjustment also. पूरा 100% चाहिए सबको.
तो वो तकलीफ पा रहे हैं.
कैसे?
About divorces he's saying, I want to sell.
Everyone has a life before marriage. Yes. Beyond marriage, there's a life. Yes?
Advice to the youth I'm giving, अभी जो शादी करेंगे आगे के लिए, giving, caring. आजकल के youth and they are, they are focused on their career. They have financial independence. ये पहले नहीं था. तो मैं एक ही एडवाइस देना चाहूंगी उनको जो अपने फैमिली इंस्टीट्यूशन 2000 साल से चलते आ रहा है. If that thing they keep intact, then the problem of divorces and this depression नहीं आएगा. What is that? Giving, caring, and adjustment little, being a flexible, appreciating each other's strength, understanding each other. ये थोड़ा बहुत आप follow करोगे तो आपके problem नहीं होगा.
Okay, what is your take on dating before marriage, live-in relationship before marriage? I mean, all through your series, I've seen you say first marriage, then love.
Because in arranged marriages, that I'm giving that importance of arranged marriage. Dating is अपना अलग सा है. If you want, it is personal. It's
So you think if I live in with someone today, I'll lose out on the chances for an arranged marriage?
ऐसे कोई बात नहीं है. आप live in
Adjustment
करो.
होना चाहिए.
हाँ, अगर live in में भी problem होगा, अगर आपके patience नहीं रहेगा, तो you'll have a problem. Simple.
ठीक है, you know what,
And
Sima,
egoism is very important. अगर ego रखोगे और ये रहेगा, तो live in में भी आपकी problem आएगी.
this exactly is my problem. Ego लड़की को नहीं रखना चाहिए, लड़के रख
अरे
सकते हैं
दोनों को
ego.
बोल रही हूँ, but not okay, so I'm telling for you. How can I tell लड़का अभी?
मतलब आपके
with you
series में
इसीलिए.
हमने ज्यादातर देखा है कि आप
आपने
लड़कियों को
एक
बोलते हो
एपिसोड का
बिल्कुल नहीं.
adjust
ऐसे
आपने
नहीं.
एक एपिसोड का एग्जांपल ले लिया, but if you look at most of the episodes, it's the women who are adjusting.
No, not
Yeah?
like this. It's for both of them. Today I'm telling in front of everybody, it's for both of them.
Okay, Seema aunty, why so superficial? 2 inch लंबा, 2 inch छोटा, गोरा, चिट्टा, मतलब really.
This is the
So
Indian way of matchmaking. जो भी आएगा इंडिया में, सीमा जी मेरे को तो सुंदर बहू ला दो. कोई बोलेगा नहीं मेरे को तो बहुत बदसूरत बहू ला दो. Nobody will tell that. सबको चाहिए कि मेरी बहू सुंदर आए. अगर वो क्राइटेरिया ला के देंगे तो it is my job to fulfill them. I cannot tell नहीं आपको तो काली बहू दूंगी मैं. Because they are coming with their criteria and hope. And my job is to fulfill them.
तो जितने भी clients आपके पास आते हैं, what is their number one criteria always?
सब कुछ रहता है. सबको सब कुछ चाहिए. स्टडीज भी चाहिए, गुड फैमिली चाहिए, पैसा चाहिए, सुंदर चाहिए, सब कुछ चाहिए. बट आई हैव टोल्ड इन देयर चेकलिस्ट अगर 60% आपको समझ में आता है तो यू शुड प्रोसीड. और स्टेइंग टुगेदर रहते रहते यू हैव टू मेक 100%.
You know, Seema aunty, since I'm single, I just want to ask you, what kind of boy do you think will suit me?
Give you a checklist. You have to give you a checklist.
I like the way she gave me a look.
हाँ यार तुमको देख के तो लग रहा है कि सॉरी टू टेल बड़ी तेज लग रही हो तुम. सॉरी टू टेल दैट.
There you have it.
सॉरी टू टेल दैट. या बट यू आज
compliment.
पड़ेगा ये.
बट
Of course it's a
तेज
compliment.
होना आज की डेट में तो अच्छी बात है यार.
बट फिर तुमको वैसे मैचिंग का तेज लड़का चाहिए. अगर वो डाउन टू अर्थ सिंपल लड़का विल नॉट मैच यू.
But कैसे वाला तेज?
तेज में इवन ही शुड बी स्मार्ट. तुम्हारे जैसा ये करना चाहिए आर्ग्यूमेंट या कुछ जो भी होगा वैसे उस टाइप का स्मार्ट चाहिए.
After this session, I think Nabila is going to be availing some
But to be honest, she's not the only one saying it, no? I have people in my own family saying, tone it down,
Yes.
tone it down.
जो मैं तुमको देखी हूँ, so I can judge in few minutes that thing.
But
Yeah.
Sima aunty, you have such a great platform to really break stereotypes, but you're trying to reinforce it.
कोई ऐसी बात नहीं है. बट जो आई मीन आई हैव टू हेल्प देम ना जो मेरे पास आता है. बट आई गाइड माई क्लाइंट्स. देखो आप चेकलिस्ट देख लो. फैमिली अच्छी है, लुक्स ओके है, शी स्टडीड एंड वेवलेंथ मैच हो रहा है एंड कंपैटिबिलिटी लिटिल मैच हो रही है तो यू शुड प्रोसीड. बिकॉज सब चेकलिस्ट में सब पॉइंट्स मिलेंगे नहीं. I have to guide them. That's my way. That's my job of a matchmaker.
Ravinder, what do you have to say about this? The criteria for a matchmaker is very different from how perhaps today's conventional marriages actually happen. And today's generation believes in the institution of marriage. It's very different from what Sima aunty is saying.
Yeah, I was about to play the role of the moderator and bring back to the topic, are marriages really dying and what do we see? I think as a matchmaker, or for that matter, any consultant who has a requirement कि company ये profile मांग रही है, मुझे ये arrange करना है उनकी job के लिए. A matchmaker would be driven by the needs of that very person. So I do agree with her if the requirement is कि मुझे तो लंबा लड़का चाहिए, मुझे इतने पैसे कमाने वाला लड़का चाहिए. No matter, I was posting yesterday on Men's Day, no matter how much we talk about gender equality, we still believe that the man has to take the bottom line financial responsibility. It was a different subject. But ऐसी requirement आती हैं. And if somebody is making that requirement as a matchmaker, why would I make my job difficult and not find them what they are looking at? It's purely from me, and I'm calling it a business, and it's absolutely fine. You know, I'm in the business of matchmaking. तो मैं पूछूंगा आपकी criteria क्या हैं, और आपको ऐसा चाहिए, ठीक है? In my database, this is what am I getting? Whether it is morally, ethically, no. I think marriage is a very personal choice. मैं stage पे आके जितना मर्जी बोल दूं कि नहीं हमको ये नहीं करना चाहिए, वो फलाना racism, body shaming, blah blah. But as a person, as a human being, who do I gel well with? मेरी requirement ये है, मैं आपको ये दे रहा हूँ. So I think as a matchmaker, if had I been a matchmaker, I would have given them. I may not believe in the institution of marriage.
It's a business.
It's a business for me. आपकी ये requirement है, ये लेके आए, तो मैं तो वैसे ही चाहता. And I have
सीमा
to
जी,
take my
क्या
business
आपको
to the
लगता
next
है
level.
कि जो आप करते हो वो एक business है?
No, it's not a business for me because I deal with the emotional factor of all the people. So this is not my business. And I
But emotion
consider,
how? Seema, you're
I
you're
consider
speaking
as
about
my son
everything
and
but
daughter.
emotion.
Son and daughter and I work.
But you've spoken about everything but emotion. When saying, you know, we look at this criteria, this criteria.
अगर आप बताइए, अगर आप आओगे कि सीमा जी मुझे ऐसे ऐसे क्राइटेरिया है, तो मैं आपका चेंज कर दूं कि नहीं नहीं मैं नहीं वर्क करूंगी.
नहीं, लेकिन आप बोल रहे हो कि business नहीं है.
मैचमेकिंग
बिजनेस नहीं, वो तो प्रोफेशनल तो होगा ना. आज हर चीज इस इवेंट किया हुआ हर चीज का. शादी में जाओ तो क्या इवेंट मैनेजमेंट नहीं होता है? वैसे दिस ऑल्सो इवेंट ओरिएंटेड.
मगर अब मैं बोल रही हूँ मुझे तेज लड़का नहीं चाहिए, आप बोल रहे हो तेज लड़का सूट करेगा आपको.
नहीं तो
If I want something, you're not giving me what I want.
सूट करेगा तो सूट करेगा. I have to tell the fact. I cannot keep you
I
happy
want
by
a boy
saying-
who is probably shorter than me, but you're saying no.
नहीं, मैं गुड़ी गुड़ी तो नहीं बोल सकती हूँ ना. जो है वैसे तो बोलना
But
पड़ेगा
I
मुझे.
want what I want, you're not giving
Why
me what I
people
want.
have loved me in the show. Seema aunty, you're humble, you're generous, you're down to earth. जो है आप बोल रहे हो. So the whole world has loved me because of that. आप Bollywood wise देखे होंगे आप लोग. I don't know कितने लोग देखे हो. In the 7th episode I am there. मैंने क्या किया? सीबा खान को सही सही बता दिया जो था. Everybody liked that. The whole show they liked only that 7th episode. कि बाकी everything was sugar coated.
नहीं तो show flop था.
I don't know what people said. मैं खुद ने भी मेरा 7th episode ही देखी. I didn't watch the show.
मगर सीमा जी इतना criticism भी आया है, आपको पता है या नहीं?
देखिए,
The whole world spoke about how regressive this move was.
देखिए, the show becomes hit when there are positive and negative criticisms. Indian matchmaking में भी कुछ negative आया होगा, but the show becomes hit because everybody is watching, चाहे negative हो या positive हो.
Yeah.
And we have to be moti chamdi. That's all I can tell you.
Bad publicity is also good publicity.
Good publicity.
But Ravinder, why do you think Indian matchmaking is such a hit? Do you think that it caters to the generation, or it's cringe and so it's a hit?
I think it's because we are socially conditioned. Our country, for a long, long time, had been looking at love marriage through a prism of negativity. हमारी बॉलीवुड की मूवीज उठा लीजिए, उसमें यही था कि लड़की को लड़का पसंद आ गया, डीडीएलजे, बाप रोकेगा उसको. जब तक वही शाहरुख खान का रिश्ता अगर उसके बाप के थ्रू आ जाता वो एक्सेप्ट कर लेता. We had this very negative prism through which for far too long we used to look at love marriages, and now we look at live-in relationships with that prism. There is acceptance for love. It is because of this कि ये प्रथा चलती आई कि, and जहां पे दो एग्जाम्पल्स आ गए, लड़का लड़की उन्होंने अपनी मर्जी से शादी कर दी, and if the marriage broke, the example would become, see, love marriages fail. We should be going for arranged marriage. Something very, terrible has happened in a live-in relationship. पूरा media talk कर रहा है. The ministers are saying live-in relationship is a problem. We again have, now everyone is saying, देखा, जब आप parents की बात नहीं मानते हो, तो ये आपके साथ. It's such a sad, myopic view, which is so regressive. Because it is so, we for far too long have gone ahead with the way of कि parents decide करेंगे. तो मुझे लगता है कि things should change. I mean, if you, this is my perception. It is about my life. Even if I have to fail, even if my marriage fails, I want to take the solace of the fact कि यार ये मैंने अपनी life के लिए decide किया था, ना कि मेरे पिताजी ढूंढ के लेके आए थे. Had he or my mother would have chosen somebody for, and this is very personal, but this is how I think. If मुझे कौन सी शर्ट खरीदनी है वो मेरे पेरेंट्स को पता नहीं, तो मैं किसी लड़की के साथ कैसे एडजस्ट करूंगा या उस डिसीजन को कैसे आउटसोर्स कर दूं मैं किसी और. इट्स अबाउट माय लाइफ, राइट? इवन इफ इट फेल्स, इट इज ऑन मी. एंड आई थिंक more and more people are going towards delaying the marriages. More and more people are getting out of the marriages because it's not working. there's a whole movement wherein people are stuck, and I'm not endorsing this, but I'm telling you what I read about. A lot of time, parents were stuck because they have a kid. Now there is a whole different sort of counseling happening कि बच्चे भी adjust कर जाते हैं. You do not have to give them a very toxic parenthood. So मुझे लगता है ये जो दायरा है arranged marriages का and marriages का और specifically arranged marriage का वो काफी shrink हो रहा है. Yes, because the show has been on Netflix and great things has happened. I'm pretty sure had I been on that show also, a lot of people would have called me because a lot of mothers get. So somebody who thinks in the same mindset would be like, ये बहुत सही बोल रही हैं, इनको तो मैं सीमा जी मैं आपको फोन करती हूँ, मेरे बेटे के लिए भी चाहिए. It depends upon that mindset. For me, I'm like, I'm very happy with a dating app or on my Instagram or social media or going and meeting people directly on my own. I do not want parents to come because मुझे लगता है कि वो मुझे समझ नहीं पाएंगे.
You know, but as much as you and I wanted, I think Indian society largely and mostly most parts of Netflix were shot abroad. So we're talking about Indian families living abroad, not even living in India. So they're ideally supposed to be a lot more progressive, but this is inherent Indian nature. It's Indian culture. Parents say that you do what you want, but ladki hum dhundenge. Do what you want, at least boy, at least that one thing allow us for us to decide.
Yeah, it is. We are going through a churn. There is so much of chaos. See, the way I look at it, biologically, if the clock is ticking, parents will leave this planet. One day, I will be left. I do not want to be left with my life for the decision that they made for me. It's not about inheritance something. It's about my life and I want to decide. And talking about society, the same age group would have issues with dating apps also. A lot of people in 25 till 35, they will all say dating apps are not working. Yaar. Ye bekar ki cheezein hain. They are not working. What is not working is the connection. I do not blame the platform. The platform is only meant to bring two people together. अब वो चाहे शादी.com हो, चाहे वो Bumble हो, चाहे वो शादी के लिए हो. So what is शादी.com? It's again a matchmaking, right? You go and fix, you put filters and you decide something. So instead of outsourcing that, you still have options, but people will always, जब अब मेरे पास कुछ नहीं चला, तो मैं बोलूँगा कि यार मुझ में कोई कमी नहीं है, ये प्लेटफॉर्म खराब था. मुझ में कोई कमी नहीं है, ये अरेंज मैरिज खराब थी. मुझ में कोई कमी नहीं है. We land up putting blame on
how
others.
you've defined the process of marriage is what some would argue is the Western concept of finding a partner versus this sanskari Seema aunty jo Indian version hai na शादी के लिए of parents searching for the partner etc. Is that shrinking? क्या शादी अभी westernized हो रहे हैं India में?
Sima aunty is a dating platform only. She's a dating app, just a walking, talking dating app. She has so many profiles to show people.
No, mine is different than dating app. मेरा पर्सनल टच है पूरे प्रो इसमें. डेटिंग ऐप में यू डोंट फाइंड एनी पर्सनल टच, यू वोंट फाइंड एनी फैमिली का इंफॉर्मेशन और नथिंग. माय वे इज टोटली डिफरेंट.
So
I personally I go to each everybody's house. I see their living standard. I see their way. I ask their criteria. I even go and have lunch or dinner in their house to know what type of how they are living, because it's my goodwill. मैं जो मेरे क्लाइंट को बोलूँगी it's my goodwill. कि ये ऐसा है मेरा देखा हुआ है. क्लाइंट पहले पूछेगा सीमा जी आप जानते हो क्या उनको, बिकॉज फैमिली बैकग्राउंड, फैमिली अपब्रिंगिंग, इट्स ऑल इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. दैट्स माय वे ऑफ वर्किंग. वो डेटिंग ऐप में नहीं मिलेगा. मेरा टोटली डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ ये.
तो सीमा आंटी ये बताइए कि everyone will be curious to know how did you get into this business of matchmaking?
Good question.
She's a hungry society.
Since childhood, I had a unique ability to talk to people, to be socializing, connect people, and filter them. And रिश्ते आपस में I was knowing कि ये तुम्हारे चाचा मामा लगते हैं. And मैं social कीड़ा बोल सकती हूँ. I'm so much fond of socializing. So 27 years back I'll take, मेरे बहन का रिश्ता मैंने कराया प्रीति का, who is happily married in Boston. जब मैंने देखा कि ये सब criteria what I have, I can fulfill by doing a matchmaking, why not help my society and my community? Or everybody is in need of this arranged marriage जो करता है, not for love marriage. So then I started in 2005 this. I was a matchmaker and professionally I started this, and I'm very happy कि जैसे मुझे चाहिए to talk to people, understand them, travel, ये सब qualities जो मेरे में है, that is needed in a matchmaker, and then I became a matchmaker.
And how did this mega Indian matchmaking hit series happen to you?
Smriti Mundra from Los Angeles, she came to Mumbai. She's a director. Jagmohan ji Mundra, आप सुने होंगे, very famous director from Los Angeles. उनकी बेटी. She came for her match. Then when she saw my way of working, she planned कि मुझे एक docu-series बनाना है. And she made a docu-series by me and taking me and my daughter. 4 साल तक she shot with me, and that is called A Suitable Girl. That's on Netflix. Yeah. And it is millions of people have seen in the world. After that, it won an award in Tribeca Film Festival, New York. And they pitched the idea to Netflix. And Netflix planned that we have to make a reality show taking Sima Taparia. And because reality show on Netflix mein bana nahi tha, and taking the topic matchmaking. And they took, and you see that this is all what jo aap dekh rahe ho.
You know, Seema Aunty, I'd like to ask you, what is the most difficult match to make? What characteristics of a person do you feel is not worthy of a marriage? किसको आप ना बोलोगे? कैसे इंसान को आप ना बोलोगे?
नहीं, मैं कभी-कभी ना बोलती हूँ जब एज बहुत ज्यादा हो जाती है या कुछ है. Then it's difficult because options come.
What is the limit to age? Marriageable age.
But I have to see other things also. But I try. मैं ना किसी को बोली नहीं हूँ. I try my best. But everything is destiny. मैं
marriageable age का उम्र क्या है?
शादी करा रही हूँ.
आपके हिसाब से marriageable age का उम्र क्या है?
अभी 30-32 बोल सकते हैं.
We've all
This is shocking.
missed the bus.
क्या बात कर रहे हो? 32?
35-38 भी होते हैं.
तो आपके कट ऑफ क्या है?
कट ऑफ 30, 32, 34. That's all.
35,
उसके
38
बाद
भी
you will
होते हैं,
get.
उसके बाद you're dead.
No, dead no. How can you decide? You're taking
बाद
You're deciding.
Single forever.
तू खुद ही बोल रही है मेरे सब आंसर्स
नहीं,
को.
आपने बोला
Then why did you
38
call me
last.
here then?
आपने बोला 38 last.
Allow me to talk.
Go on, go on.
सब कुछ बोल
Go
रही है.
on, please.
You will get less options. That's all. शादी तो लिखा है, वो तो होना ही है. कोई ना कोई भगवान ने सबके लिए लिखाया हुआ है, वो तो होएगा ही. But options आपको कम मिलेंगे. That's all.
अच्छा, तो फिटनेस के बारे में क्या बोलोगे सीमा आंटी? मतलब you don't match to you know, if a boy is fat, you asked one of the boys in the series to lose some weight, become fit, otherwise you won't get girls. So you don't think that a person can love another human being for who he or she is? Should it be so superficial?
मोटे लोगों की क्या शादी नहीं होती है?
नहीं, आपने तो बोला है
नहीं होता है. कोई को अगर चाहिए, मेरे को स्लिम लड़की चाहिए. मेरे सीजन 1 में हो गया था स्लिम ट्रिम. Everybody wants slim trim. चाहे लड़का मोटा हो, he wants a slim trim girl. तो क्या कर सकते हैं उसका? I have to help them ना. मैं ये तो नहीं बोलूँगी नहीं तेरे को तो मोटी लड़की के साथ शादी करनी ही पड़ेगी. It depends all on their criteria, what they want.
सीमा आंटी, वो अपर्णा के साथ क्या हुआ था? उसका थोड़ा कंट्रोवर्सी हुआ था.
But तुमको शो में अब क्यों पूछना है सब बातें यहाँ पे? You all have seen the show. You know क्या हुआ अपर्णा के साथ. Again, you want to dig and ask everything.
You tell us. No, we're interested. All our audience want to know why. Why do you think
nobody
she was
wants to know. I don't know.
unmatchable?
Nobody wants to know.
Of course, you want to know? Yes or no, please.
हो गया सीमा आंटी.
देखिए, अपर्णा स्टबन है. आपने शो में देखा होगा. अगर आप स्टबन होके रखोगे तो आपके मैचेस कम मिलेंगे. हर चीज में आप रिजेक्ट करोगे तो कैसे होगा? एंड दिस अप्लाइज टू एवरीबडी. सेम थिंग जो अपर्णा के साथ हुआ है, किसी के साथ भी हो सकता है वो. सो थोड़ा आप लीनियंट रहिए, अपने चॉइसेस कम करिए. डोंट बी स्टबन. तो आपका काम हो जाएगा.
When you say stubborn, how do you define
होनी
stubborn?
चाहिए.
अब उसको यहाँ ये चाहिए, मेरे को ये नहीं चाहिए, मेरे को वैसे चाहिए, तो कैसे होगा फिर?
तो मतलब सीमा जी, एक अमीर लड़का बोलेगा मुझे ऐसे ही चाहिए, वैसे ही चाहिए, वो ठीक है, उसको लड़की मिल जाएगी, मगर
नहीं
लड़की
मिलेगी,
बोलेगी तो नहीं मिलेगी.
उसको भी नहीं मिलेगी. अगर अपने क्राइटेरियाज कम करोगे तो देन यू विल गेट.
The wealthier
उसको
you
भी नहीं
are,
मिलेगा.
the more options you have to choose
No,
a
not like
partner.
this. वेल्थियर को भी नहीं मिलते हैं.
Is this the problem though, Ravinder, that we have very high expectations and that's why there are fewer marriages?
That is true. But also the fact that कि मुझे क्यों करनी है शादी और यहाँ क्यों निभानी है शादी is becoming the prima facie question. What ऐसा दुनिया का कौन सा पहाड़ गिर जाएगा मुझ पे if I do not get married? That is the whole thought process. And no matter you call it a compromise or adjustment, आप नाक सामने से पकड़ लो, घुमा के पकड़ लो. End of the day, the words that you are using is not going to change the conditions on ground. If अगर किसी के लिए ये प्रॉब्लम है to get up early in the morning and take care of the house, तो वो प्रॉब्लम है. उसको मैं कॉम्प्रोमाइज की जगह एडजस्टमेंट कर दूंगा. ऐसा नहीं कि उसको लेट उठना शुरू होगा. So people are realizing that I've got one life. This whole idea of one life, आज हम ज्यादा समझ रहे हैं इस चीज को. और आई थिंक कोविड ने हमको और समझा दिया. देयर इज नो कोरिलेशन डायरेक्टली, बट पीपल आर वैल्यूइंग देयर ओन लाइफ. की मैं एक दिन पैदा हुआ था, एक दिन मैं मर जाऊंगा या मर जाऊंगी. इसके बीच की डेट्स में मेरी जिंदगी है, वो मुझे खुशी से जीनी है. इफ मैरिज ब्रिंग्स दैट हैप्पीनेस टू मी, आई विल लिव a married life. If I have to survive a married life, then am I better off? If the answer is yes, people will leave that ship, jettison that, or may not even step onto that ship. I suggest, if अगर मेरे पास एक magic wand होता तो मैं तो ये कहता कि यार go live in a live-in relationship, try it out. If it works for you, then get into marriage. मैं तो चाहता हूँ कि पेरेंट्स की जनरेशन की ये सोच बदल जाए जब वो जाके खड़े होंगे ना डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट में कि किस तरह के तलाक वहां पे चल रहे हो. You just go to a district court and figure out the kind of things. I have seen people sending invitation cards कि मुझे अपनी बेटी की शादी करानी है, करा ली शादी, and then सब कुछ अच्छा हो गया, and then 3 months down the line they are in the court. तलाक हो रहा है, ये हो रहा है, वो हो रहा है, and the girl did not want to get married. प्रॉब्लम यही पर आ जाती है. एक लड़का फिर भी डिले कर देगा तो चल जाता है somehow. The whole thought process की बेटी पराया धन होती है. All of these ideas keep pushing us, and somehow उसके दिमाग में भी ये डाल दिया जाता है कि यार तुम लेट हो रही हो, तुम्हारा बायोलॉजिकल साइकिल. My thing is that कि उसको जी लेने दो ना अपने हिसाब से, और उस लड़के को भी अपने हिसाब से जी लेने दो. Maybe they will live a prosperous life without getting married to each other. Maybe figure out, do a pilot. और अगर वो हो रहा है 2 साल, गारंटी फिर भी नहीं है कि मैरिज चल जाएगी क्या. There could be a 7 years itch. Couples get bored of each other and then walk out, and it's absolutely fine if अगर आप उस चीज को निभा ही नहीं पा रहे हो. So I think the realization that I've got one life, I want to live it happily, is making people delay marriages or stay away from marriages. And if marriage is that source of happiness, then jump into that source. आप 30 की वेट मत करो, 24 में शादी कर लो.
Sima Aunty, age, we'll keep that aside because you've given the cutoff as 30-32.
38 last.
38 last.
लास्ट का है ही नहीं.
अच्छा,
50 में भी करो
लेकिन
शादी.
आपके लिए
डिपेंड
आपके क्लाइंट पे 38 तक.
ऐसी बात नहीं है, बट एक हो गया एज. जैसे आज आई वॉज मैरिड व्हेन आई वाज 19 and half. उस जमाने में 30.
उस जमाने में ना, अभी तो 19 and half people will consider
आप
child marriage.
क्या बोल रही हो? आई वॉज मैरिड दैट टाइम जब वो एज थी. अब करते करते ना हो गया 30-32 तक. 38 भी है. आदि कितनी लड़कियां 35 से 40 तक है ऐसी बात नहीं है.
So we are progressing in your view. Sima Aunty, I'd like to ask you, how important is it to marry within the same caste, same community, same religion? Now we're seeing interfaith marriages a lot more than we did before. But even today, even with your matchmaking, we're still seeing a Guyanese with a Guyanese. We're still seeing a Hindu with a Hindu only.
Yeah,
would you ever would you attempt to match a person with someone from a different community based on their
now everybody is okay
character?
to match with different community. ऐसी कोई बात नहीं.
तो आपके डेफिनेशन से what's a perfect marriage, Sima Aunty? आपने मैच कर दिया 2 लोगों को, they've gotten married. To you, what will your advice be to them to ensure a happy marriage?
I told you, advice. आज क्यों हो रहे divorces, क्यों हो रहे, डिप्रेशन क्यों हो रहे, what is the reason? Giving, taking, caring, loyalty, and appreciating each other's strength and understanding each other. अगर ये लैक करेंगे तो प्रॉब्लम्स आएगी, चाहे लव मैरिज हो या अरेंज मैरिज हो. ये क्वालिटीज चाहिए थोड़ी बहुत, नहीं तो प्रॉब्लम तो आएगी.
तो अरेंज्ड में कैसे इंश्योर करेंगे? क्योंकि ज्यादातर यही बिलीफ है कि अरेंज्ड में पीपल डोंट गेट टू नो ईच अदर एज वेल एज दे शुड.
शादी के बाद
व्हाई रविंदर भी बोल रहा था कि लिव इन रिलेशनशिप्स हेल्प यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट पर्सन बिफोर. So how do you ensure an arranged marriage it's 100% success?
No, शादी के बाद you must have these little qualities, चाहे love हो या arrange हो. मैं तो दोनों के लिए बोल रही हूँ, ये qualities अगर रहेगी तो कोई प्रॉब्लम होगा नहीं.
मगर सीमा आंटी जब
बोल रहे रोज डाइवोर्सेस हो रहे, क्यों हो रहे? किसी को पेशेंस नहीं है. मैं क्यों करूं, मैं क्यों ये करूं, लड़का हो या लड़की हो. इगोइज्म है. एंड फाइनेंशियल इंडिपेंडेंस हो गया है. गर्ल्स आर मेकिंग देयर करियर. They don't want to listen to anybody.
Girls are making their career.
Yes,
Very pertinent point to be noted.
नहीं,
Maybe
तो
that's why I haven't got married so far, because I prioritized my career over marriage.
तो ये है, और फाइनेंशियल इंडिपेंडेंस हो गया है, तो ये चीज है. सो आई से बैलेंस योर इंडिविजुअल लाइफ एंड ऑल्सो योर प्रोफेशनल लाइफ. अगर ये दोनों बैलेंस करेंगे तो आपकी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगी. यू विल लीड अ स्मूथ लाइफ.
You know, Sima Aunty, at this point, when you say both of them have to adjust, with an arranged marriage, where do you get time to understand your partner? You jump into marriage and then you're forced to understand them entirely. So you're setting the stage up for arguments. Do you believe that, going through a live-in relationship before, maybe date for a little while, understand the person before getting marriage is important?
Yeah, in arranged marriage, the same thing happens. आज जो अभी फिक्स हुआ है 1 घंटे पहले, 6 months तक they met and then they understood each other, and then they told yes today. तो वो
Congratulations.
होना ही चाहिए कि कुछ मत क्या, thank you. कुछ तो होना चाहिए कि एक बार मिल ले, समझ ले, and then you tell yes.
I
We
heard.
cannot force anybody कि नहीं चलो शादी करो. मिलना है, understand करना है, then you.
I'm glad you've said that.
आपका एक डायलॉग था सीरीज में कि कल बात हुआ, आज मिले, कल शादी.
हाँ, season 1 में था ये.
तो आप you believe in that formula?
कोई होता है वैसे. Few engagements have happened that way also.
Because parents think don't be overexposed to each other, then you lose interest. There should be some excitement and novelty factor before getting married, because then you have lot to explore. Do you believe in that too? Freshness है marriage
बात
में.
नहीं है. मैं तो यही बोलूंगी, arranged marriage में there is no force. आप लोग मिलो, समझो एक दूसरे को for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. क्योंकि सालों मिलेंगे तो फिर क्या मतलब है? फिर तो साथ में रहेंगे तभी समझेंगे. That's the thing. If you meet 1 and 2 years also, you will not understand each other. That's the thing.
I have a feeling there'll be a lot of questions in this session. So can we show of hands, how many of you have questions for Sivati? Okay, I see. Can we get a mic to him, please? Is there a mic?
But before that
Last
question
one.
comes, yeah, you can get ready. But Ravindra, if I may ask, as much as we say that the institution of marriage may be dying, do you believe romance is something that still lives on? That irrespective of
Behind
marriage,
you.
irrespective if the person has gotten married to someone else, there is a certain element of romance that will never die.
Oh yeah, it's a need.
Yeah.
We need that companionship, and I think that is going to be an eternal thing. We can change the label, but वो जो bonding है, it's a human nature. To socialize is a human nature, and COVID has been a great litmus test to it. इतनी ज़्यादा बड़ी need है कि आपको पता है कि वो वायरस आपकी जान ले सकता है, लेकिन फिर भी हम लोग झुंड में जाके एक दूसरे से मिलना नहीं छोड़ पाते हैं. Love is that need.
We're social.
We are social being. आप जितना मर्जी कह दो, when you turn 17, 18, when you hit puberty, and वो जो butterflies आप stomach में feel करते हो, वो जो romance movies, there is a reason why people love reading romance novels, watching romance movies. हम अपनी ट्रिप में चले जाते हैं किताब पढ़ते हुए. We become the protagonist. और अगर उसमें एक सीन लिखा हुआ है कि हीरो ने लड़की का हाथ पकड़ा है, तो हम खुद को इमेजिन करना शुरू. It's a need. We may not fulfill that need. It's a different thing. We may not get the right person, but we need that need to love somebody and be
The fact
loved.
that all of us do Titanic
It is-
poses also.
Sorry, say it again.
Titanic poses in every tourist
Yeah,
spot.
there is a reason. There is a reason that Shah Rukh Khan has become Shah Rukh Khan, because he caters to that. It's an undying need until the time जब तक हम रहेंगे वो need हमारे साथ चलती रहेगी.
Let's take some questions. Yes, go ahead.
Hello. Yeah. So, ma'am, my question is, so my name is Yogendra Singh. We both are doing a research work on Indian marriages. That why this concept started, like getting marriages, arranged marriages and all, this concept, we wanted to understand that. So while researching, we got the point called Varn Sankar. Can you please elaborate for us that? What is Varn Sankar? And as sir told, that in Indian marriages, you like, so you don't get freedom to talk, like you have pressure on that. Sir, I wanted to even ask you also, like in UH, Universal Human Values, we would told कि जैसे बाहर कंट्री जापान एंड ऑल दे गेट प्रॉब्लम, वो शादी ही नहीं करना चाहते, उनकी पूरी कंट्री लैक करती है. इंडिया बाहर की कंट्रीज प्रमोट कर रही है कि आप शादी करिए आप, तो सर उसके ऊपर आपका कोई पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू हो तो सर दोनों से.
Okay, I don't know the word, so maybe if anybody is aware of the word, they can talk about it. I don't think कि arranged marriage पे pressure बनाया जाता है. Pressure is from parents कि आपको शादी करनी है, किसी भी तरह से शादी करो. So when she talked about कि 6 months were given, I don't think there is a pressure कि 6 महीने आपका time period शुरू हो गया, टिक 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 आप बंद करो, खत्म. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. And talking about Japan, if people are not getting married, it is the way they look at their own life. I don't think it is my problem that in a country people are not wanting to get married. I myself do not want to get married for that matter. It's not a problem. So it is up to people. There is a problem in some certain countries कि लोग बच्चे पैदा नहीं कर रहे हैं. Now it's not my problem कि लोग बच्चे पैदा नहीं कर रहे हैं.
No. So, yeah, we'll just give another opportunity to others also
Yeah.
because there are a
So
lot of questions.
I don't personally think that if people are not marrying or getting married, I don't even think that rampant divorces are a problem.
Sure.
Things did not work out between them, so they got divorced. I don't think बच्चे पैदा करना या ना करना is a problem. It's their life's choice. That's where I leave that subject.
Here,
Tarni.
Question.
You know, Seema aunty, do you believe romance dies after marriage? Seema ji.
No.
Mike.
No.
Not at all. Lives on.
Yes, romance तो बहुत जरूरी है.
Tarni.
So, Sima aunty, one of your iconic lines in the show was marriages are breaking like biscuits. So, once you match people, what is your success rate in long-term relationships that you match?
I don't take guarantee for anybody. That's my
मिला
answer.
दिया अब अपने आप
Terms
That's
and
my
conditions
answer.
No
apply.
insurance. No insurance.
But you know, taking a cue from the point, if marriages are breaking like biscuits, we agree to the fact that marriages are a dying school of business.
Sure, absolutely. Next question. Yeah, can you get a mic to her, please?
Hi, I am Anjali. I had a question that you were all talking about marriage, and Seema ji said that it's almost a need now that you have to get married at any age. You talked about a lot of age.
I didn't tell that thing.
But people usually believe it. In society, people believe that at
It's their personal thinking. How can I tell you have to get married?
not specifically talking to you, but even if in society we all believe that there has to be an age when you have to get married. So the question that I had was that is it only for heterosexual couples? Because in India right now we do not support homosexuality. So do you think that if we're saying marriage is a need, it is also there because we are not supporting them? So we'll just get them married to any couple. I have heard it and I've seen it that if a person is gay, the family will pressurize the person to get married to a girl because they won't support it. And then they're breaking three lives. The person that he's in love with, his own life, and the person he's getting married to. So there are three lives that are at risk only because of the system of marriage. How much do you think is it fair?
Seema aunty, basically, are you for homosexual marriages in India?
No, I don't do and I'll not be doing also.
I was just about to ask.
And in India, it's not open. Sabhi cheez hai, so I cannot answer your question.
नहीं, पर
Sorry.
क्या आपको लगता है in your personal view that it should be allowed?
I cannot, no comments for that.
वो law abolish हो चुका है. India is progress, Seema aunty.
It's okay.
We're
but I'm
accepting
backward.
it now.
I'm backward.
Okay, you don't approve of it.
I'm backward, I'm telling
No
you.
LGBT
I'm
love.
from the old school, I'm backward.
Okay, next question. Anyone else who has a question? Yes, can we get a mic here, please? I'll come to you. Hold on.
Hello, ma'am. My name is Ria. My question is from Seema, ma'am. Ma'am, how financial independence of women are becoming a problem
cannot-
to
Can
us?
you speak
cannot
up a
listen.
bit, please? We're not able to
Yeah,
hear you.
sure. I'm sorry. How the financial independence of women becoming a problem to a successful marriage? You just said that people are becoming financially independent and girls are getting jobs and they are prioritizing their career before marriage. So it can be a problem to a successful marriage.
Financial independence is very necessary for today.
Yes.
In some 10, 15 years before, I can tell that the girls, they were not independent, they were not studied so much, and they didn't have financial independence. But today it's very important. But if we are getting financial independence, the other things also you have to carry with yourself. What I have told,
But,
all those values.
Yes, you're very right. But you cannot get everything in one place. कि अगर आपको अगर financially independent भी होना है, ज़रूरी नहीं है आप घर भी संभाल सको.
मैंने क्या बोला है? I am a matchmaker, लेकिन I am balancing my professional life and my individual life also.
But it
So
is
we
not
have to give 100%.
it is not possible for everyone, right?
Everyone नहीं है तो it's okay, it's their personal thing.
Thank
आप
you so
कितना
much.
importance देना चाहते हो दोनों को, your financial independence and घर also, it depends on them.
Thank you so much.
But Seema aunty, if I can ask you, how has Indian society progressed in your view? You have a whole logbook, that too written, all handwritten. So from days earlier where families probably didn't want girls zyada padhi likhi because then she'll dominate the house. Today they want women who are educated. Is that right?
Today
Have
the
we
scenario
progressed?
is changed.
Tell us a little more.
Yes, every girl is educated और सभी लोग चाहते हैं कि we want a educated daughter-in-law. Husband भी चाहता है कि what I have studied, my partner should study, well, from the outside university also internationally. So now today the scenario has changed
What if the
completely.
girl is studied a little more than the boy?
Little complex आता है लड़कों को, that I have seen. It is, है अब Indian mentality है कि मेरी wife मेरे से ज़्यादा पढ़ी लिखी है, थोड़ा complex आता ही है उसमें.
Next question, go ahead.
Hello everyone. So my question is little aloof from the marriage discussion here. So my question is to Ravinder sir. Sir, like in the era of this constant relentless influx of the online content, maybe on the social media or the OTT platforms. So how as a writer, you try to stay relevant in the prevalent times, unquote, quote, that India is the country of more watchers and readers. And also today, if I might like some content, and not tomorrow I might not like that content same. So how do you translate that idea into your writings, that it resonate and also caters the major chunk of the population?
Okay, so this is different from what we are discussing here, but I will answer you. Staying relevant is important. When I was talking about the kind of poll that I did before I came for the session, that to me is getting to sense the pulse of the nation, what they are consuming. For me as a content creator, I know what I want to give them, but I think the sugar coating around it has to come from what is finding more acceptance. So if people, I sit on content, I write books, I write for OTT, I run a content handle. It's up to me how to wrap that entire thing in a wrapper. But as long as the content, it is the holy grail of it. That is my thought process कि मुझे ये pass on करना. But वो कैसे pass on करना है, कितनी चीनी लगानी है, I think that has to be done by understanding the pulse of people. So I stay focused on social media. I engage with my audience. That's when I get to know what they like, what they do not like, who are they following, what is trending, etc., etc. Thank you.
Any other questions from the audience that we have? Can we get a mic here, please, to Chandni?
Until that's passed, Ravinder, I want to ask how to keep romance alive. Chandni has a question. Hang on, let's take that.
How to keep romance alive? The answer lies in staying mysterious. A lot of people, give away the whole mystery part. You don't tell everything. You keep some mystery. You make them do the chase. Don't let it all out to your partner also. I mean, some of the people will say, oh, isn't it a mind game?
Yeah.
But if the question is how to keep it alive, reveal 90%, 10% of mystery bana ke rakho.
Give me an example, no, because then your partner would be offended. You're not telling me everything.
No. So the fact that I will tell my partner, like, you want to get offended or do you want our thing to keep going on for a longer duration? And if the answer is yes, then don't ask me those 10% things.
Chandni?
So, Sima ji, thank you so much for coming down from Bombay. Ravinder, thank you so much for coming
Thank you, Chandni, for inviting me.
Sima ji, I know everybody is attacking you or not attacking you for your views. I got married at 22. I had an arranged marriage. I'm going to be married 25 years next year. I get along with my husband. I have a great career.
Chandni, what's your secret?
So, lots of things. Well, you have to be realistic. Lots of things she's saying, a lot of people believe in. It works, it doesn't work. But I just wanted to actually come out and say this to you that, also for everyone here, that it's a personal choice. And, she helps people meet because people want to meet that way. I think that is an important thing to say. So, I just wanted to kind of tell you in my support personally. That
we agree in the fact that if there were no clients, then, we wouldn't be seeing these circumstances. So the reality is that Sima is reflecting what our society reflects at the end of the day. So maybe, we start thinking on that lines as well. Many of us are critical of Indian matchmaking.
And to be very honest, and to be very honest, Sima Aunty, you are somehow giving us what we wouldn't find on a dating app. You basically are able to find every criteria on the list. Which a dating app will not be able to find.
Sima ji, please say your famous line. Myself, the most famous.
I don't praise myself.
No, say it the way you say it.
The word is praising, but I don't praise. That's the thing.
बोलिए line बोलिए जो आप show में बोलती.
Which one? Which line?
Myself, Sima Taparia, myself, the most famous matchmaker from India.
I'm Sima Taparia, the most famous matchmaker from Mumbai.
Sima ji, are we seeing a sequel to Indian matchmaking with you?
Yeah. Now you'll see season 3 very soon. I think Netflix will plan and it's ready completely and you'll see within few months.
I'm sure everyone's looking forward to that. Any other questions do we have there? And there's one behind as well. We'll wrap it up with that, please.
So, Ravinder, my question is from you that you sounded a bit against making any sort of adjustments in a relationship. So, should one really wait for a 100% match or a 100% perfect match, or one can adjust or compromise, whatever you name it, if that adjustment or compromising is not really impacting the core value system of yours?
Okay, I never said that I'm against any sort of adjustments.
So you gave an example of early raising
Yeah, so let me answer. I never said that, and for the record, आपको adjustment और compromises हर चीज में करने पड़ते हैं. जॉब भी जो करोगे वहां पे compromises और adjustment करने पड़ते हैं. बॉस ने ये बोला. In everything that you, wherever a second person is involved, in profession or in personal life, even with siblings, even with parents, हर एक के साथ, दोस्तों के साथ भी adjustments तो हर जगह करने पड़ेंगे. What I was talking about is, are those adjustments beyond the boundary of happiness? Are they taking my happiness away? Because I am not willing to make an adjustment which takes my happiness away. So there are so many different adjustments that I can do or compromises that I can do. But end of the day, I have to live a happy life. If I am not able to adjust with my singlehood, then I will jump on the married bandwagon. Because I'm not able to adjust with my singlehood. So is the case. If I'm not able to adjust with my partner, then I would not go ahead and continue or marry that very partner. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Can we get a mic to her, please?
And
We'll come
until
to you,
then,
we'll come
is there a rule that there's only one soulmate, or you could have multiple soulmates?
I don't even know what exactly a soulmate is. I wish these are words that authors have coined to keep the mystery alive in a whole different way. I don't understand the fact of soulmate. I think जहाँ चीजें निभ जाती हैं, हम उसको soulmate बोलते हैं. There are enough people who had said, I found my soulmate, and then they broke up after 6 months or 6 years later they got divorced. So were they not soulmates really? Or maybe they were those soulmates in that time period, in that era. I think people evolve, relationships evolve. We fall in love, we fall out of love, and it's absolutely fine. We live our way.
I think that both of you at the end of the day agree pretty much on the same theme of compatibility and adjustment, whichever way it is.
Yeah, but my only thing is I want to find things for myself.
The process is different.
Yeah,
the
for
process
myself.
is different.
The end goal is always love, but you can find it multiple times, I suppose.
But we do disagree on the institution of marriage, the longevity of marriage as an institution. I believe in the longevity of love and romance, but marriage I'm a bit dicey about.
Okay, go ahead.
I wish to convey my heartfelt thanks to you. Just because of you only I'm here. Once I was very down.
Sima Aunty or Ravinder?
Ravinder. I don't wish to ask you anything. I'm so fascinated by you. The moment I saw your reels and everything, it just cheers me up. The moment you post about marriage content and all, I feel really happy that I've made the right decision of not getting married. But you really makes me, cheers me up. If I'm somewhere down the line feeling down, I'll just go through your videos and it just makes my day. And even though I'm referring your content to all of my friends, I'm so in love with
Ravinder,
your videos.
what do you have to say? You've inspired her
You
not
are
to
only
get
the
married.
reason why I'm attending this event. I went through your Insta reel and so you'll be coming here. So only because of you, I don't wish to miss out on this event. Thank you.
You've inspired her not to get married.
No, I'm inspiring people to...
To
stay single. What was it?
No, I'm inspiring people to...
I have my personal reasons, but still I'm happy about that fact. It's not necessary to get married.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
I'm inspiring people to stay happy for the simple fact that there are youngsters who tell me on 10th of February की 4 दिन में Valentine's Day आ रहा है, मेरे पास girlfriend नहीं है और मेरे 3 दोस्तों के पास है. The pressure. Now there is a pressure from parents to get married. There's a different kind of pressure on college students, for example. यार उसकी girlfriend है और वो 14 फरवरी आ रहा है. And I tell them, you have no idea. वो जो relationship में है, वो सोचते हैं कि तू कितना lucky है, तू single है. I go to my society house parties. The couples look at me. I go alone. तो मैं उनको यही कहता हूँ कि
That's your trick.
You know,
The
I
field
tell
is
them,
yours.
you have no idea कि हमेशा घास सामने वाले के आंगन में ज्यादा हरी लगती है. You have no idea. You want to become double. There are doubles who want to become single और वो तोड़ नहीं पा रहे हैं चीजों को कि मम्मी पापा को क्या बोलेंगे. So stay happy in whatever you got one life.
You know, Seema ji, I really want to know what advice you'd give that girl who does not want to get married. I know you say personal choice, but just your...
No comments.
And to Ravinder, the man who speaks of romance and says marriage is dying, what would you say to him? No comments? You know, this is the look that's won the hearts of the country. Seema has minced no words, no censor, no edits. She said what is, and she's a bare reflection of the Indian society. But, thank you very much for being
Thank you.
also honest all the time, even on the series, even here on the stage. A big round of applause, please.
Just a quick
Thank you,
reminder, you
everyone.
can also meet Ravinder at a bookstore at Full Circle, where he'll be signing his books as well. So you can grab your copies there.
And Seema Aunty, do they have a chance to meet you?
Yes,
Awesome.
sure,
So
sure.
the Full Circle book counter is just around the corner. Thank you very much, guys. We're up for the next session. Thank you.
Thank you.